Nachi Sinha here. Today we're going to look at the emotional impact of loneliness in a modern world and how do we cope with it. But to talk about it, first we need to understand that loneliness is a complex issue that affects many people in society, much more common than we think. Indeed, it's a word that has different meanings and interpretations for different people. In this video we're going to explore what loneliness is, why it's so common in society, and how to deal with it. We'll then discuss some ways that can allow us to deal with loneliness ourselves, or of course help those who are. So what is loneliness? It is indeed a complex problem that has been around for centuries, and mostly seen as a result of physical, mental or social isolation. One of the main causes, though, that loneliness is increasing in the modern world is because of people living in single-person households. Now, health implications of loneliness are a major cause of concern. It has been linked to developing depression, anxiety and other mental health problems, along with being associated with other physical health risks as well, such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular conditions, dementia, stroke and cancer as well. The importance of community engagement for reducing loneliness cannot be overstressed. As we all know, it's becoming an increasing problem in the world, and a recent study indicated that about 1 in 5 people in the world do struggle with loneliness, increasingly being defined as being cut off from meaningful relationships. And apart from the stuff we already talked about earlier, loneliness also causes a loss of self-worth and increase in the use of substances and alcohol. The level of loneliness an individual experiences, though, is often linked to the quality of their relationships. In essence, those of us who have more satisfying relationships are less likely to experience loneliness. But in order for individuals to avoid experiencing loneliness, it is important that one actively participates in meaningful activities outside of our well-formed social groups. The current research indicating on how to cope with strategies talks about that as well. And they're focused primarily at the individual level. It talks about some common underlying ways of helping that, one of them being social support. There's also an importance of self-help activities that an individual can indulge in. Cognitive restructuring, example, changing an individual's beliefs about how they feel about things. Behavioral activation, example, engaging in pleasurable activities which allow somebody to do something and become a part of newer societies. In conclusion, with regards to the video, we've learned that loneliness is indeed an epidemic in modern society. Recent research suggests that 1/3 people are lonely, and the numbers are only increasing. We start with a brief introduction about what loneliness is and how indeed it impacts people's lives. We then went on to share the different ways that people can cope with loneliness, such as therapy, engaging in social media or volunteering. This video of course ends by discussing how these coping mechanisms can help with some of the symptoms of loneliness. But again, this isn't an exhaustive video, and more needs to be looked at to understand the problem and help completely. Thank you. I hope you found this helpful.